Hello student. So children, we have finished with our chapter number 4 and today we will start our chapter number 5. Chapter number 5 is organizing. If you have remember in chapter number 1 when we have talked about management, I have explained you that the function of management are broadly categorized into 5 parts. There are the 5 function of management and no business enterprise can able to work properly without following these functions in a sequentially manner. The first function of management was planning, which we have read in our chapter number 1, and today we will go through with our second function of management, and this function is known as organizing. Now, before we will go through with the introduction of organizing concept, I would just like to give you example that how planning and organizing are related with each other. Now children, let's take an example to understand how organizing take place. Student, if you have paid attention, you have seen whenever there is any school fete or any program in the school which you have enjoyed so much, you have seen how it actually takes place, what goes on the behind to the scene, and how it make the desired reality you want. The whole activity is divided into tasks, groups, each dealing with a specific areas, like somebody who will be going through with the decoration work, somebody who will be going through with arranging work, sequencing work. There will be some people, those who will go through with different work. So this is just what? This is just that whatever plan we used to make, how we actually used to implement that plan, what are the different resources required for that, organizing all those resources, arranging all those resources is just a process of organization. So you can say in easy word that in the planning function of management, where a manager used to think that what he has to do, how he has to do, where he has to do, when he has to do, and how he will be able to achieve the objective of a business. These are just a theoretical things where he is making planning, where he is trying to fill the gap between present and futures. But for implementing all those planning, we required certain type of resources, we require different type of structures, and these all resources and structures are arranged in the function of organizing. So organizing is a second function of management, where whatever has been decided in the first function of management, that is planning, we arrange resources for achieving those objectives which has been decided in the planning function of management. Now for the definition, you can go through here also. Once the objective and plan are laid down, management has to identify and establish productive relationship between various activities and resources for implementing the plan. It means once the plan has been made in the planning function of management, now the second function of management has been started, and that is the function of organizing. What a manager has to do here, he has to identify what he has to identify that what type of resources are required so that he can implement the plan which has been decided in the planning function. He has to establish a productive relationship between various activity. Various activity basically means whatever are the different activity which are going to be conducted inside the business for achieving the objective of planning function. He has to make a proper relationship between all those activities, and this process of arranging resources, establishing relationship between various activities are known as the process of organizing or the function of organizing. Now in general word, organizing refers to arranging everything in orderly form and making the most efficient use of resources. The aim of organizing is to enable people to work together for a common purpose. It means once the plan has been set up, we have decided that what is our goal. Now we have already decided how we will work for achieving this goal, who are going to work for achieving this goal. Now next what we have to decide, we have to decide that how we will arrange. We will arrange all the resources. We will arrange all the resources, and then we will aim that all the people will work together for achieving this common purpose or common goal which has been decided in the planning process. You can go through with the second definition also. Organizing is the process of identifying and grouping the work to be performed, defining and delegating responsibility and authority, and establishing relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work most effective together in accomplishing objective. Means organizing is also a process where we identify, where we group out the work. First thing, once the planning has been done, then the manager has to identify कि प्लानिंग के ऑब्जेक्टिव को अचीव करने के लिए उसे क्या क्या काम करना है, उसे आइडेंटिफाई करना. फिर अकॉर्डिंग टू द सिमिलर नेचर ऑफ वर्क, सिमिलर नेचर के बेसिस पे वर्क को ग्रुप करना so that it can be performed properly. Then defining and delegating the responsibility, giving a proper responsibility, delegating the proper responsibility and the power also. Means then deciding who's going to do what, giving the power to different people, and making a proper relationship between all those people so that they can work effectively and the objective of the organization can be achieved. So children, this was the meaning of organization function. Now we will go through with the steps which are involved in the process of organizing. So now, as you can see from here also, the first step which is there in the process of organizing is identification and division of work. It means once the organization has been started and they have started the organizing process, what is the first step they have to take? So the first step every manager has to take in the process of organizing is he or she has to identify and divide the work. There are two important work here. First, a manager will identify the work. He will identify that what type of different work has to be performed for achieving our objective, and then division of work. Then according to the similar nature of work, he will divide that work to the people, those who are having special skills in that particular work. Now you can see here also identification and division of work, the first step of planning organizing process. The total work to be done should be divided into specific job as according to be predetermined plan job. It means whatever the whole work has to be done inside the organization, first it has to be predetermined. आपको पहले से ही डिटरमाइन करना पड़ेगा कि पूरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में प्लानिंग के ऑब्जेक्टिव को अचीव करने के लिए व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट वर्क विच हैज़ टू बी डन. दिस हैज़ टू बी प्री डिटरमाइंड बाय द मैनेजर साइड, राइट? And then it has to be divided by specific job. Specific job basically means a set of related tasks that can be performed by an individual. It should have a specific and definite task to be performed. As far as possible, it should define expected result along with the job. Once the work has been predetermined, what is the different work which has to be done in the organization, it has been determined by the manager. Now his next work is what? His next work is to make a similar type of work into a different work job. It means एक ही नेचर के काम को अलग अलग ग्रुपिंग कर देना. And once that is done, then division of work. Division of work basically means specialization of efforts and skill and avoid duplication of work. It means we have to divide work to those people, those who are special in that particular field. It means जो जिस field में special है, specialized है, आपको उसे उसी field का work देना है. So two things will happen here. Once you will give a people specialized work, they will be able to give more efforts because they have more skill in that particular field, and duplication can be avoided. Duplication can be avoided basically means it will be possible when people are knowing which has to do what work, so the same people will not do the same work. Second thing is departmentalization. This is the second step in the process of organizing. Departmentalization basically say grouping similar and related job into larger unit and called departments. Division of sections and placing them under a department head it facilitates specialization. Now what is happening here? We are grouping similar and related job, yani the job which are similar in nature and which are related to each other, we are making them in a larger unit. और उस लार्जर यूनिट को आप क्या बना रहे हैं? डिपार्टमेंट और डिवीजन और सेक्शन में प्लेस्ड कर रहे हैं. एंड देन अंडर अ डिपार्टमेंट हेड, और उसको कौन अंडर गाइड करने वाला है? द डिपार्टमेंट हेड इज गोइंग टू गाइड दैट. So what is basically happening here? According to the similar nature or a related job, in a larger manner, we are dividing the job into a department wise, division wise, section wise, and placing a head, department head, who is going to observe that the things will go properly over there. Now you can see here also the department are linked together and are interdependent. It means if there is a organizations, there are different departments which are working inside a same organization, but these departments are linked with each other. They are dependent into each other. Now aims at achieving coordination and facilitate unity of action. What is the aim for going through with the departmentalization process? So that the coordination can be worked properly and unity of action can be conducted. Unity of action can be means the people will go through with the same action. Departmentalization can be done on the basis of functions, product or territories. It means when we are talking about the departmentalization, it can be done into different manners. यानी आप जब डिपार्टमेंट बांटेंगे किस तरह से आप बांट सकते हैं? आप फंक्शन के बेस पे बांट सकते हैं. इट मीन्स द फंक्शन विच आर रिलेटेड विद द सेम डिपार्टमेंट, you put them into one department. Then you can divide department on the basis of product also. One product can be into one department. Then you can divide the department on the basis of places also, like in western area make one department, in northern area make another department, in central area make another department. So these are the three different ways by which we can go through with the departmentalization process. Now third is assignment of duties. Now once we have gone through with the two steps, you should not be get confused here. The first step is saying identification and division of work, yani where a manager is identifying that what are the different work which has to be conducted inside the organization, and then he is dividing the work. He is dividing the work on the basis of similar nature. And the second thing, departmentalization steps, what they are doing, grouping the similar and related job into a larger unit, and these larger unit are called department, or every department have one different department head which is going to observe the work of department. Now how the department can be divided? Department can be divided on the basis of their similar function. Department can be divided on the basis of product also. Department can be divided on the basis of territory also. Like if you talk about department on the basis of functions, in our organization we have a different functions. So for all those different functions, we can have different departments also. Like in organization we have a different department for marketing, जो marketing का काम करेगा. We have a different department for personal, जिसे हम HRA भी बोलते हैं. We have a different department who will work out for the finance arranging of a enterprises. Now for the product, if there is a business enterprise who has launched inside his business more than 3 or 4 products, so different product can be divided into different department. He or she can go through with textile different department, chemical product for different department, power division for different department. Same thing territories, location के basis में western area में एक separate department होगा, northern में separate, central separate and eastern separate. So these are the different way by which the departmentalization can be done. Now once the job has been identified, work has been identified, has been divided, departmentalization has been done, the next work is assignment of duties. Now define the work of different job position and allocate work accordingly. Here what we are doing, we are assigning duties to the people, those who are going to actually work over there in the organization. And how we are assigning the duties? First we are defining the work into different job positions. आप अपने work को अलग अलग काम के लिए बांट रहे हो, and then according to that different job position we are allocating work to the employee. Once department are formed, the department is placed under the charge of an individual So whenever there is any organization where there is more than one department, every department has to be work under the in charge of some department head who will give instruction and who will guide the employee how to achieve the objective of a department. Now next is job are assigned to an individual best suited to perform it. Now when we are assigning duties, we have to assign our duties in such a way that we are giving employee those jobs where they are specialized and which are suited to them most. Qualification, experience, ability and aptitude of people should be matched with the duties. Whatever work you are giving to whatever person, that person should be ability, his experience, his qualification and his aptitude should be matched with the duties, so that the work can be performed much better. Now next is